Now, we've brought Carver's article back into the studio. Our chief reporter said just before the commercial break that there was some news about Alejandro Garnacho. What is it? Well, Chelsea are considering making a move for the Manchester United player before the window closes. They've been alerted to his potential availability, and he's a player they have been watching very closely. We're being told a move is possible this window or in the summer, but of course, Chelsea would only proceed with a potential deal at the right price and on the right terms. And I think one thing that is actually quite important is that relations between Chelsea and Manchester United at the highest levels are very, very good. So I'm sure that if Chelsea decided that he was a player they wanted to sign, they could pick up the phone to Manchester United, see if he was available, and try and do a deal at the right price. There has been interest elsewhere, Napoli and others. Are they still in the picture? Well, Napoli are very interested in buying the player. A couple of days ago, United's transfer negotiator Matt Hargreaves was in Naples for talks with Napoli. I think the issue is one of valuation. United had been willing to accept an offer around £60 million to begin with. Then they said, okay, we're willing to drop that to around £55 million. But so far, Napoli have been unwilling to pay more than around £46 million for Garnacho. And our colleagues in Germany are reporting, and also in Italy, saying that Napoli have now switched their attention to the Borussia Dortmund forward Karim Adeyemi. Now, he's a player they're very interested in. Antonio Conte, the Napoli manager, apparently wants to speak to the player, but the guys in Germany are saying the winger does not want to move in the winter, but they are saying that Napoli are willing to pay around £44 million for him. So it looks like Napoli have an alternative target as well. Would London staying in the Premier League suit Garnacho better? Very good question. I think if it comes down to a choice between Chelsea and Napoli for him, there are lots of things for him to weigh up. Obviously, coming from Argentina, playing for Napoli, the fact that Diego Maradona used to play there, the stadium is named after him, obviously that is a big, big draw. And if he was to play for Napoli, there's a very, very good chance that he would win the title this season, working under Antonio Conte. Then he has to weigh that up all against the fact that if he was to move to Chelsea, he would move to London, one of the best cities in the world, and also he would remain playing in the Premier League. I think for what it's worth from United's point of view, I would imagine they would prefer to sell him to a club abroad rather than have such a good young player as Garnacho playing for one of their rivals. But I think if we're talking about Chelsea and Garnacho, I would say he's a player they're very, very interested in. I just get the sense that they're biding their time to make their move at the right time. I think if a deal is there to be done, they will certainly be willing to do it. The way that Chelsea operate in the transfer market, we've seen them selling a lot of players, buying a lot of players. There are question marks over Mykhailo Mudryk, how long he's going to be out for. I think it makes sense to them to be in a position where they can make a move for a player like Garnacho, who is very, very young, has a big, big future ahead of him in the game, and obviously they know that Manchester United have some financial considerations which mean that they will be willing to sell a player like Garnacho. So I think it makes a lot of sense for Chelsea to make a move to try and sign him. Will it be today? Will it be tomorrow? I don't know. For instance, Fabrizio Romano on social media saying that he believes Chelsea are going to make a move very, very soon. He believes they will be talking to United very, very soon. That is not information we have. We're being told certainly they're interested, certainly they're watching him very, very closely, and it would be not surprising at all if they were to make a move very quickly.